Okay, Mr. Big Shot, back with another reaction. Back with Karl Pilkington having a prostate exam. As you know, Karl Pilkington is the baldy, stupid, innocent. He's everything you could think of. In Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant's program on Sky One called An Idiot Abroad, where they send them around the world. India, Mexico, Australia, China, and he thinks wherever he goes he's going to be put into a 4-star hotel, which isn't always the case. You put him into these capsule hotels, capsule rooms in Vietnam, things like that. So if you haven't seen it, I'd suggest you Google it, go watch it. It's absolutely amazing what they put him through. And this, I've seen this before, but you know, I've watched it probably 10 times since I've seen it, and each time it's just so funny. So I'll get straight into this. This is Karl Pilkington getting a prostate exam. It's not as dirty as you might think. So it's not like we're watching something out of Pornhub or something. So I'll get straight into this. So here we go.
Karl, we're often accused of bullying you. This is a recurring thing, isn't it, that we bully you? But both of us, and Ricky in particular, is always concerned about your well-being, particularly in Alaska, if you recall.
You are not going to be eaten by a polar bear. But when you had your medical, I found out that you didn't let them test your prostate. Did you?
No. No. But that's...
Why not? In the UK alone, more people die every year from prostate cancer than being savaged by a polar bear.
It's a bit of a weird time to bring it up when I'm in the middle of nowhere.
It's one of the biggest killers, right? And that's just a simple test. So a doctor pops his finger up your anus and he goes...
It doesn't matter how many times you hear that word, it's always funny.
Goes, yep, you're all clear, and that's you relaxed for another year.
I don't understand why you're suddenly caring about this now. I've got little battery left on this phone. I'm wearing the battery out. If something happens, I'm dead.
Right.
He's my best mate. Sue me. I'm worried about him.
Yeah.
No, but why isn't there ever anything about how's your blood pressure? Or how are your feet? You're in the cold. Are you warm enough? No, it was none of that. It was,
yes, I know.
why don't you get a finger up your arse?
Because often there are no symptoms.
Well, I don't want it done.
I know you don't, but it's good for you. So, can we
set him up?
Bring the doctor out, please?
Right, well, this is a waste of time then.
This is Frank. This is Karl.
Frank, how's it going? You all right? Good to see you.
Is the consultant urologist at St Bart's?
Yeah, St Bart's.
Yeah.
The thing about prostate cancer is you can be perfectly well and yet still have prostate cancer. And one of the ways that we can detect if that may be a problem is a rectal examination.
The thing with just feeding...
I don't want a finger up the arse, though.
Wait,
you keep going on about this.
Right.
I've told you time and time again. I mean, I presume there's a lot of ill people knocking around that Frank should be looking at. Instead, he's here debating with you two whether he should his finger up my arse.
How long will it take if you did it now? If you went... No, wait, how long will it...
15 seconds.
15 seconds?
That's a long time.
The way his voice went real low there. You should be looking after more sick people rather than being here thinking about...
I'm concerned. What are you looking for?
What we're looking for, okay, there's two things we're looking for. One is the size of the prostate gland. Number two, it's the consistency of it. In other words, what it feels like. It's a quick, simple thing to do.
Karl, can I tell you what's going to happen? It's going to be about 10 seconds. He's going to say, you're all clear. You're going to say, what was the fuss about? And you know you haven't got prostate cancer.
But not today.
There's no better time.
Maybe it's that you and I and the cameras and that are making it a bit intense.
Oh, we've
maybe
got
if they went privately to another room.
We've got a private room.
Right, you wait here then. You stay here. I don't want you to...
But it ain't private.
Wait here. Frank, do you want to follow Karl? Can you show Frank and Karl to a private room? Thanks. You may as well check his testicles while you're there.
So what's the rules here? I mean, I know it's an important thing to have done.
Yeah.
But it's just the way they go about it.
What I love about this series is he's not putting on the act, you know. Well, I don't think he is. I just find it's deadpan. It's just his humour is just off the charts. He doesn't mean to be funny, but he is. And Ricky Gervais's laugh is very infectious. Like, it's just real. When you watch him and you see him laughing, you can't help but laugh. He has just one of them voices, you know. So.
I've been travelling around the world in dangerous places. They've never cared about me before. Yet today they keep going on about having this done.
Men are embarrassed about these things, you know. We're not used to these things. But for the sake of something that's really is very quick and painless, we're talking about potentially saving a life. And before you know it, it's done and it's over.
I know, but it's just...
I do this day in, day out.
That's what you do, seriously, every day?
Yeah, every day of my working life, that's what I do.
And are you going to move up and get to do something better, or is this your future now, just sticking your finger up a fella's arse?
It's part of my... It's just...
You're going to move up and do something better. Like, what he does isn't important. Like, you know, so people, if you haven't had your prostate checked, go get it checked, you know. Public service announcement there for you.
Part of the job, you know. A lot of time I spend in operating. A lot of time I spend in clinics.
So how many people are you doing a day?
10 to 20 maybe.
And which finger is it? Is it a big one or a little one?
It's the index finger.
Why is that? Why not just a little?
Because the prostate lies a little bit in. Get your hand. You just couldn't do that with your little finger.
So you're going round a corner. You've got to go in and round.
He's in awe. Look at his face.
Then you've got to go in and then slight twist. It's the thought is worse than the actual delivery. Let's put it that way. It's the thought of it.
All right.
And
okay. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Do you wear gloves?
Oh, yes.
Do you know Richard Blackwood?
Yes, the comedian. Yes.
Yeah, he had a colonic on telly.
I actually think that's true. I haven't seen him in years, actually. Richard Blackwood, yeah, Jesus.
Never seen again.
I think that's far worse. So rest your foot on the pillow. Then what you need to do is to bend your knees up.
Yeah.
You need to pop that arm over there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some lubricating gel. I'll just... Right, so what I'm going to do is, if I may, I'm just going to pop your trousers down. Bend your knees up a bit more. Come towards me a bit more, so you're at the edge of the couch. Marvellous, okay? Take a deep breath. Deep breath. And out, okay? And relax, breathe normally. I'm just going to pop a finger in there, okay? Deep breath, well done.
Jesus,
well done.
that's high up. Fucking hell. That's surely enough, isn't it? Right, you're touching a lung.
Well done. Well done. I'll just your prostate's fine.
Hey!
Well done.
Oh, God.
Well done.
Brilliant.
I don't think it's something people pay a guy's subscription for, to be honest. In HD.
Well done.
Cheers for that then, Frank. Now, you're a doctor, aren't you?
Google me.
His hoo-ha, and then doesn't worry about it, and then after the fact then goes, you're a doctor now, aren't you?
You represent the men who will never have it done, some of
never.
which will die of prostate cancer. Genuinely.
I haven't quite got over it. My heart's pounding still.
Never,
Cause
ever ceases to amaze me, that clip. Oh, Jesus Christ. Watch it. An Idiot Abroad. I think there's 3 seasons. I actually bought the book, An Idiot's Guide. An Idiot Abroad, the guide, basically, it was like like a travel diary from Karl. Very funny read, actually. Again, if you haven't read it, I'd totally recommend it. But Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, that Sky One series, if you haven't seen it, go Google it. It's amazing. You're learning a lot about different countries, different cultures and things like that, but also they just sabotage them all the time, you know. I remember watching one and they said, oh, you go to the Great Wall of China and the weather's going to be great, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. He arrives there and it's just pollution everywhere. And you have him in one of these capsule rooms, you get like for like $1 a night or something. It's just like a 4 foot by 4 foot by 6 foot container, let's say, you sleep in, and he thinks he was going to be staying in somewhere four-star because Sky were back in the show, you know, funding it. So never happened, and he kept going back and getting more and more and more, and I'm wondering why this particular part came up. You know, they didn't care about his medicals before, but now obviously they want him to have a prostate exam. But it's very good. Karl Pilkington, amazing. Ricky doesn't, I don't think he does anything with Stephen Mason anymore. I don't know if there was a, I don't know. I think you hear loads of rumours. You hear that Ricky was getting all the credit for everything and getting the majority of the funds and things like that when Stephen Merchant co-wrote The Office with him, you know. But Stephen Merchant, he's been in a couple of films himself in Hollywood, so maybe it's just a case of him wanting to be based there and wanting to progress his movie career. I know, you don't know. But I hope at one stage he got back and do something else, because it's just absolute comedy gold. So please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what you'd like me to react to next.